Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained, and my name is Camille. Today is the 30th of January 2020. Welcome to live number 34. Today I want to talk about kind of interesting subject of some type of advisors, especially relationship advisors, that may have have they may destroy your relationship, whether they're aware of that or not. And I want you to listen to this and kind of understand and kind of be cautious who are you listening to, because it might have a very destructive impact on you and what you're trying to build. So there are three types. First is someone who just gives you advice, which is their opinion. I've seen a lot of people talking about a lot of things, and they give themselves permission to have an opinion on it, even though they never done it. And it applies to everything. But especially I can see that in cases of relationship, because everybody has something to say. Because all of us want to be in a relationship. Not all of us want to invest, not all of us want to build a business, not all of us want to fly to the moon. But all of us want to be in relationships. So there's tons of people that will tell you what they think, even though they have nothing to say. And interestingly enough, those who are screaming the loudest about it are those who didn't succeed by themselves. I've seen at least few people who are screaming a lot, and unfortunately so many people listen to them, and that really they don't work. And when you talk to these people, it was kind of amazing to hear that they were divorced. So I want you to think about it and kind of think who are your advisors. Because even if someone is not giving you advice, but just telling you, listen, look at this, look at that, but what they saw into you is doubt, without any positive advice what to do to change it, it's gonna derail your relationship. Don't listen to this kind of people. The people number two, these are those who are giving themselves they allow themselves to teach about it, and even maybe they have success in that area, maybe not, but you can see that how they'll teach you how to approach it, it's gonna make this whole thing a living hell. And I'm telling you this because 2 days ago I found out a whole article, it's like 2 pages article about how to build relationships. And the lady who wrote it starts with a sentence sounding more or less like this. It is very hard for men to understand women, and it's very hard for women to understand men. That's why building and keeping a relationship long term is very, very hard. And my first reaction, why would anyone having this kind of approach teach anything? These people should keep quiet and keep learning. Because if you listen to what smart people say, like Einstein, he said, I'm paraphrasing it, that if you know something well enough, you're able to simplify it so you can basically teach it to children. So if someone tells you that even if they accomplished something but it was so hard, it means that they still need to learn and they shouldn't teach you anything. And people, or advisors number three, these are people who are giving you advice, and even maybe they mean well, but they give you advice which is basically telling what you have to do without explaining why. And I told you about this kind of guy, this guy that I listened to a few days ago, and he said something like this: guys, you've got to listen to women because you don't do it enough. I want you to listen, and I want you to mean it, and then you will see how it will change your whole relationship, or something like this. And I start to think about it because I felt that something is missing here, and obviously that was obvious for me right there from the beginning. That he didn't give any reason why we were supposed to do this. But then I started to think about it, and I saw how much danger it can bring if you listen to this kind of people in the long run. You've got to understand that someone who's telling you to do something without explaining why, like in this particular situation, it will lead you to basically doing things that you don't want to do. You don't understand why you would do this, but you'll do it anyway, and you're gonna struggle. So it's like telling a kid, do this, well, but when your kid says, but why would I do this? Because I say so. It was never a good strategy to do anything. Because right the moment that you leave the room, the kid will going to do what they want to do just because they understand what is your logic behind what you tell them to do. And the problem with that kind of approach is that even if you do this, even if you try, it's going to be completely terrible experience because you try, you kind of see this is my way of trying to make this relationship work. And then when you start to argue, you're gonna use it as an argument that you're trying so much, but she wants this to happen, so she doesn't see anything, over what she expects you or wants you to do in your relationship. But then it goes even farther. And that's why I believe that people who are listening to this kind of advice, they start to see that if I have to do the things that I don't want to do and I don't really understand why I should do this, it looks like the relationships are hard. That building them, it takes strength, and it's a constant struggle, constant investment. There's constant. You just have to put so much work into it. And then so many people say, "Nope, I'm not playing this game." When I have to make these sacrifices over and over again. And this is why it's so dangerous, because even if they meant well, the result is that they're going to teach you the strategy which you won't be enjoying, and it'll just bring this misunderstanding and complete feeling that you have to work even though you don't know why it's supposed to work. So that's why I want you to figure it out. Who are you listening to? Are those people who are just having their own opinions and have never reached success in the field that they're talking about? Second, if they are telling you that it's gonna be hard. Or three, if they're telling you to do something without explaining why. If you watch all of my videos, all my lives that I did until today, every time I try to explain what is the reason behind what I'm saying. Because then when you understand what's the reason, then you can see that it's not so hard. It's when it's logical, yeah, I understand why she's doing it, why he's doing this. Then I can kind of make a step forward and do them because I'm going to do it for them, they're going to do it for me. And then you don't feel that it's a work because you understand what is the reason. And I'll give you an example of that. And I'll use this example of this last thing, why you should listen to your lady. But it's going to be like a separate video because it's going to take me a few minutes to explain it. So if you're interested to see how it changes the perspective, if I'll tell you why you should do it, join tomorrow. I'll try to do it at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's going to be 31st of January 2020. But if you're going to watch this recording of this, just listen to live number 35. So think about it, do something about it, and see you tomorrow.